Yo, what's poppin', people? Spill the tea and let's get right into it. Eminem. Is Eminem finished? I guess that's the feeling and the question that a lot of people are asking right now. He dropped his album Kamikaze. It's got mixed reviews. Machine Gun Kelly dropped a diss. Turned out to be pretty good. Eminem has not yet responded. Is Eminem finished? Okay, so the news is that Eminem is going to drop a diss track for Machine Gun Kelly. But let's go straight back to the beginning of the actual Kamikaze album. And let's just quickly review that just for 1 second, yeah? Kamikaze is a very good album. Okay? Let's get into that. It's a very good album. One thing I like about Eminem, I suppose in a way it's a thing to like and also dislike depending on the kind of person you are, but I like people who wear the heart on the sleeve. Eminem makes it clear that the comments and stuff like that does get to him. And I'm not saying I like the fact that the comments get to him. I just think it's good that he still gets bothered by all this, because the amount of stuff that Eminem's done, he could just make music for the sake of making music. So the fact that he actually still wants to prove how good he is, and that this still bothers him when he gets bad reviews, to me it says a lot about him as an artist and about his legacy and how he's viewed, you know. So I think Legacy, let me go back to that. I think Kamikaze is a good album. I do think Joe Budden on his podcast made some great points. That's the only thing. For a good while, Eminem, rapping wise, he's proved that he's great at rapping, but there hasn't been a lot of content there. It's like he's just been rapping for the sake of rapping. You know, people when they rap and they're just putting together a lot of words and it doesn't really make sense. Like, it sounds great because the flow and everything, it sounds great, but when you actually read what they're saying, it's not very coherent, and it doesn't, they're just kind of chatting nonsense because it sounds good. And I do feel like Eminem got kind of caught in that loop because he just wanted to sound technically great. However, it does still take a lot of skill to do what he was doing, so I'm never going to take that away from him. To me, Kamikaze does have the content though. This is the difference now. He had a point to prove. He's showing that he can still rap, and he's actually got something to say as well. And that's why I personally feel like Eminem is not finished at all. This showed, I think this is what bothered a lot of people, is that Eminem has always had the skill there, but because he's so far away from the culture at this point, he didn't really have the right people around him or the motivation to do this, like to do an album like this. If this album would have been Revival, I don't think he would have got the hate that he got. I don't think it's just a thing where it's cool to hate Eminem now. I think it's a thing of people genuinely just didn't think this was the quality and standard that Eminem should be releasing, considering the stuff that we've had from him in the past. But Kamikaze, to me, he has still got it, and he is still capable of producing good music when he's got the right kind of drive and the right motivation to do it. So I do say I agree there with that. However, Joe Budden did make some fair points. He did make some fair points in terms of some of the times when he's rapping. It's not that it doesn't sound impressive and that it's not still good rapping. It is. But it's just kind of like sometimes you listen to it and think, okay, yeah, you're rapping great, but like, we already know you're a great rapper. Like, you've already proven that, Eminem. Like, we already know how good you are at rapping. So on your music, stuff that people can relate to, which I guess is going to be hard for him at this stage when he's so successful and living a completely different life to everybody else. But I think that's what his issue is. He's not really resonating with the people anymore. Okay, Machine Gun Kelly dropped the diss. I'm going to be straight up with you. I'd never heard Machine Gun Kelly before. This was the first track I ever listened to of him. I wasn't even going to listen to it at first. I'm really surprised. It was a very good diss. I'd probably say it's one of the better disses I've heard at Eminem in his career. Definitely one of the better ones. He's stating a lot of facts. You know, I don't feel like he's lying either. I feel like a lot of the stuff that he's saying is, about he got a call and they was asking him to apologize. I believe it all. I don't think he's just saying it to sound good. I really do think these kinds of things did happen. So it's a very good diss. Eminem hasn't responded yet. Is it over for Eminem? No, days within like a day, and although things like this has been done, you just can't be expecting things to be happening that quick, especially if you want the record to be good. Because if you push someone to make something and they feel like they've got to respond in like a few hours or a day, they're probably going to force it, and creatively it's probably not going to sound that good because they're rushed and they're rushing to get it out. It's going to affect the quality of the song. So if you want a good diss, give him that time. Give him that time to really think about what he wants to say and really get his stuff together. So again, it's not just him rapping a whole lot of words that just sounds slick, but he's not really saying a lot. Give him a chance to really think about what he wants to say and make sure you can construct it properly and still deliver it in the way he wants to deliver it. So that's my thoughts on it. Eminem is one of the greatest of all time to do it. And I'll just say this about Eminem. I think the problem with Eminem being a white rapper, he has his success mainly due to him being white. However, he actually deserves the success he gets because he is that talented. And I think that's the issue with Eminem. It's like, he's successful, but he deserves the success. But I don't think he would have the same success if he was a black rapper rapping the way he is. Do you get what I mean? But he does deserve the success that he gets because he's a very talented rapper. He's one of the best rappers to do it. So, I think that's one of the issues that you have with Eminem, where it's hard to kind of, speak on his accolades and things like that. But he definitely deserves the success that he gets, regardless of him getting it because he's white. He does deserve it. So, for me, hats off to Eminem. I look forward to hearing the response. What do you guys think? Do you prefer Machine Gun Kelly to Eminem? Do you think Machine Gun Kelly is going to beat Eminem? What do you think of the Kamikaze album? Let me know in the comment section, guys. Get at me. For now, I'm out. Peace.